Alright guys, I've had a few people message me on Instagram about fixing this crashed bodywork. A lot of y'all know me as JR990 Racing, just a local road racer out of Savannah, Georgia. This is my Moto America Stock 1000 bike. This is CRC bodywork. It's pretty damn good, but it's been crashed a few times, so I'm going to show you how to fix it. I'm no professional, but I'm cheap. I crash a lot, so maybe this will help somebody. So basically, this is all you need. Just some regular old fiberglass resin and the hardener. Just follow the instructions on how to mix it. Just get you a little something to mix it in and some brushes. You'll need some fiberglass chop mat. What I do is I cut little squares. I usually double it up. You lay it in there, paint the resin on there. This has been fixed a few times, as you can see. So basically you put the mat on the inside to get some structural integrity back out of it, and then you'll come on the outside, just kind of bondo up them holes a little bit. Same thing with this piece. Wore through a little bit, so I patched it on the inside, and we'll just kind of plug that hole with some bondo. Then you got this piece right here. Broke the mounting tab off. So what I'm gonna have to do is flip this thing over, find a way to keep it from moving, lay some mat over the backside of it, get it nice and strong again, and then bondo over the top of it. Probably re-drill that hole. Now this piece isn't crash damage, but what it was is my damn headers were burning through. You kind of see the hole on the inside. The right way to fix this would be to cut where it's hitting and make a little bulge or something to miss the headers, you know, just kind of extend it down a little bit. But I don't really have time for all that, and it's barely hitting. So what I did is just added some on the outside, and I'll smooth that down, you know, sand it down real good, smooth it out with some bondo, and hopefully it'll keep it from burning through. There's two different kinds of bondo. You've got this regular body filler, and then you've got this bondo glass, which has little pieces of fiberglass in it. The bondo glass is definitely stronger, but I found it's kind of chunky. So when you go to fix holes like this, it's hard to get it smooth. You got to glob it on there and sand and sand and sand and sand. And since this stuff doesn't have to be super strong, you've already kind of reinforced the inside. All you're really wanting to do is get some aesthetics back out of it. So we'll just use that regular bondo and just kind of smooth it all out. You still got to do some sanding, but it's not near as much as that bondo glass. Another thing I wanted to add, you really got to sand this stuff down and get all the little loose chips and stuff out of it. So when you do bondo over it, you got a nice good bond, you know, like it's grabbing. This all had to be sanded down for paint anyway, so I just went over it with some 220, got all the big chunks out of it, and now it's ready for some bondo. I just take some paint thinner and a paper towel and just kind of wipe it all down, wipe the area around it you want it to grab to, you know, make sure it's good and clean. We're gonna bondo up these holes. All you need is your bondo, body filler, and the hardener. Something to mix it in. Little mixer. I use these scrapers to kind of smooth everything out. The instructions on there, it'll tell you, you know, how to mix it. And this shit sets off quick. So just work in small areas. It takes a while, but you don't want to mix a whole bunch of it and it get hard and not be able to use it. So just pace yourself and do it in small areas. So I started on the worst piece first. As you can see, you really gotta pack it in those holes. Use your spreader, your scraper to kind of push it down in those holes. And you gotta work quick because it hardens pretty fast. The smoother you can get it initially, the less sanding you gotta do later. I didn't take my own advice and I mixed a little too much and tried to do this whole piece at once, so I kind of had to rush through it. I'll just be doing a bunch of sanding. You want it that nice pink color when you mix it. Make sure you mix it really good and get it all, the hardener and the filler mixed together. Y'all remember this piece I talked about earlier, how this tab was broken. I actually did it a little backwards in how I did the rest. I bondoed it first, let the bondo kind of hold it in place, and once that dries, I'll flip it over and put some fiberglass mat on the backside. I also got to this piece. This is the tail piece. All right, so I got this sanded down. As you can see, it leaves a pretty rough area, so we're gonna bondo over it, make it nice and smooth, so when we paint it you can't see it. I got my helper over here, got all my stuff. So everything's been bondoed, just gotta wait for it to finish drying. Got the heater going in here. Once it's all dried and cured all the way, just sand it down smooth for paint, fix any low spots if you got them. And that's it for fixing crash body work. I can make another video of me painting this stuff. It's nothing fancy, just rattle cans. Got the primer, base coat, this fancy clear coat. That stuff makes the world of difference.